Let's talk about how to use YouTube ads to maximize your Black Friday and Q4 sales. Now, we all know that YouTube ads are a great way to drive sales due to the ease of targeting, but did you know that 70% of viewers say that they purchased products that they found on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to show you over the shoulder how to set up a YouTube ad that drives you leads and sales. But that's just one part of the equation. In order to maximize sales and get the most out of your ad spend so you can get the most return on ad spend possible, you need to have three specific things dialed in. Number one, this kind of goes without saying, you have to have a solid ad creative. And I have a really cool hack that's going to make sure you nail this part. This is literally the most important thing here besides having a great offer. Number two, you're going to need a compelling thumbnail. Now, YouTube's made a few changes recently, and we're going to be talking about those today. And due to those changes, it's absolutely essential that you have a thumbnail that's going to get your viewers' attention. And number three, this is probably obvious as well, you have to have the right targeting. Luckily, this is probably the simplest part of the whole equation when you do it the way that I'm going to show you in this video, so don't worry about that. Now, let's dive in and talk about exactly how to pull all of this off. But first things first, what exactly do these ads look like? Let's jump over to my computer and I'm going to show you exactly what the ads look like and how they function. And that's really important so that you can understand how these things need to be set up. All right, so what exactly do these ads look like? Now, I set up a couple dummy ads just so I can show you, but as you can see right here on YouTube, here's what they're gonna look like on mobile. So these are video action campaigns is what they're called now. And this is like a video discovery ad on YouTube mobile right here. So you can see it's going to have a thumbnail. So you got to have a custom thumbnail. We'll talk about that in a little bit here. It's going to have a nice call to action, which you actually get to set up, a headline, and then we can go to the next one. This is what it's going to look like as an in-stream ad. So it's got the call to action. It's got the skippable ad thing right here. We can actually preview this on YouTube as well. I'll show you on desktop. You can see an example of the video discovery as well here. And that's on mobile, right? So it's either going to be video discovery or in-stream on mobile. Then we have desktop. Now, in-stream on desktop is going to look just like this. And most of you are probably familiar with this. This is the kinds of ads that you see all the time.
Yes, Skeleton Rick. It's
you
like
can see right
Facebook
here.
ads live.
Boom. Here you go. Companion banner. If I click this, it's going to take me to the landing page. If I click sign up, it's going to take me to the landing page. And you can see, hey, the website I'm pushing to is TubeSift.com, right? So if I click any of these, it's going to take me not through this redirect. It does take you through a redirect since it's a preview, but there we go. Boom. It's going to take us to the homepage of TubeSift, right? So that's what the ad's going to look like. We have 5 seconds to skip it, like I said, with an in-stream ad, which is very important. So we got to do that capturing of the attention very quickly. So you notice in the first 5 seconds, I'm doing something really weird. And I say, hey, yes, this does this, right? And we'll talk about scripting the ad in a second here. But that's what an in-stream ad is going to look like. Just like that. Now, Google Video Partners. This is what it's going to look like here. It's basically got the call to action. It's going to be like an in-stream ad here. It's either going to look like that on a desktop, which is basically an in-stream ad with some nice calls to action. And same thing over here on mobile. Calls to action. You know, it's going to look basically just like this. And this is what it's going to look like on Video Partners, which are basically websites that allow video ads to be used on them. That is exactly what video action campaigns look like and how they function. So let's go ahead and jump back over and talk about some best practices. Now, those are the new ads, and like I mentioned, they're called video action campaigns. Essentially what happened is they combined in-stream and video discovery ads. So all you really need to do is make sure your ad is ready to be shown in all of the possible ways it could be shown, which is why a thumbnail and solid ad copy is so important. Now, let's talk about the 3 things that you need to have in place. Number 1 was the video, which is actually your ad creative. We have a simple format for this, and it's really easy to follow. In just a second, I'm going to show you exactly how to make sure you know what's working in your niche and help you nail your marketing message so you're not reinventing the wheel. But first, let's run through the key components that you have to have in your ad. We'd like to start off by hooking the viewers. Now with an in-stream ad, you have 5 seconds to hook your viewer before they have a chance to skip the ad. So you really want to make those first 5 seconds count. You should know a little bit about your audience if you're running ads to them and know exactly what they want or maybe what they find funny. The hook is not only going to help you lure them in, it's also going to help you get their attention and keep them watching. You might start off with something like, hey, this product is going to do this for you, I guarantee it, or something along those lines. You can also use an inside joke that only people in a specific niche would understand.
Now, the point of the hook is not only to hook the people that you want to watch the video, it's also going to help you push away the ones that you don't want to watch. So try to be pretty specific and really speak to your target audience. Something along the lines of, people just like you use this product every day and have great results. If you're selling a physical product, maybe you can show it in use. Maybe you can unbox it, show it in action, something along those lines. Then you can add a call to action. Now, this used to be a lot more important than it is now, but since Google updated these ads, they added a ton of buttons, companion banners, all that good stuff. It really makes the calls to action clear via text and buttons, like you saw in the example when we were talking about what the ads look like, but you still should add one if you want. So like I said, all you really need is a hook, education, explanation, showing, something along those lines, and a call to action. But coming up with a good hook for your ad can be hard. So let me show you exactly how to find out what's working in any niche so you are not stuck reinventing the wheel. So let's jump back over to my computer and I'm going to show you exactly how to do all of that in a simple over-the-shoulder step-by-step process.
So like I said, coming up with compelling hooks and what exactly you're going to say on your ad copy or your actual ad itself can be a little bit difficult. So here we are in Video Ad Vault. This is like the best YouTube ad spy tool out there. So I'm just going to do a quick search for something like paddleboard. Right? Maybe we're selling paddleboards. I'm just going to do a search here. What are people running ads for in the paddleboard niche? So we'll do a quick search. Boom, here's a bunch of ads. You can see how many views they have. If we click on this, we can actually see, okay, the views are increasing. They've actually kind of flatlined. Last time this was seen was 9.8. Paddleboard season's kind of going away a little bit though, so that is a thing. However, this one's been being ran for a while, 152,000 views. These are inflatable stand-up paddleboards. iRocker's Up seems to be running a lot of these. So we can actually just play the video, watch it, and see what exactly people are saying. This is actually Mudwater. That's actually a very good hook, like I talked about, where he's actually holding a cup of coffee saying, you know, FCK your coffee or whatever, right? And we'll look up Mudwater in a second here. But here we go. They basically have some drone footage, and there's no talking. They're just loading these things up. And then it's going to go to them using these paddleboards. Some cool footage of places you'd be using paddleboards. They're setting these things up. These are actually made for fishing. This is really cool. I did not know these were a thing. This is awesome, by the way. So these are basically fishing stand-up paddleboards. These are very, very cool. I did not know these existed. So you can see they're basically just, I don't even know if they're talking. They're not. They're literally just showing fishing clips of people catching fish from these stand-up paddleboards, and they're probably targeting people who are fishing. You know, let's go to like Mudwater, right? I think that's how that was spelled, or maybe WTR. Sorry, WTR. There we go. That might have been what it was. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. So here's the Mudwater ones. You can see what exactly is performing extremely well in here. We can actually click this play button and we can come up with really good ads that, you know, but by modeling what's working, right? If I'm selling software, I might do a search for like software, right? So these people, he's fuzzy in the morning, whatever.
Friends would walk up to me and just be like,
a little bit.
"What the f is in your mug?" And I would just tell them, "It's mud."
So basically, I mean, he's talking, like the hook is like, friends would walk up and be like, "What are you drinking?" Like things like that, right? You can kind of see all the different ads they're running. We can actually click this plus button. They're still running this, and you can see all their landing pages as well. And you can see where they're pushing traffic to, what's working and what's not. So Video Ad Vault's a great way to, kind of get this thing going. So if I go like software, right? I can search for software as well. You can search by, advertisers, your competitors, anything like that. I can see everything that is working in software right now, right? So that's essentially how he uses like Honeybook. We can see, okay, cool. So what are they doing here?
Meet Mac. Now she uses
and
Honeybook.
Most of these softwares are going to have the same thing, like meet this person or meet this software, because I've done a lot of research on this. And they all have a very consistent formula they use. Meet this person. They have this problem, or meet this software. It's going to help you do X, Y, and Z with just 3 clicks, right? So they all have a very similar formula for what's working. And you can see they ran 6 million views through this. This thing's clearly working, right? So that's how we use Video Ad Vault to come up with good hooks, angles, and also landing pages for our video ads. So here's exactly how you set these ads up. I'm going to click plus campaign, new campaign. I'm going to come over here, and whatever your goal is, you're going to choose that. So if I'm going for sales, obviously we are Black Friday, Q4, we want sales. I'm going to go sales, and I'm going to go video campaign, and I'm going to click continue. Now, from here, we can set everything up. We name our campaign, just whatever we want to name it. Choose the bidding strategy. Do we want to have them target CPA, which is basically, I want to pay $15 a conversion, or do I want to maximize conversions, right? And that's just going to get the most conversions possible with our budget. I'll set a daily budget. Maybe we want to spend $50 a day, something like that. And then we could choose the networks. This is actually by default, you have to choose all of these with those video action campaigns, like I showed you a little bit earlier how those work. And that's what we're looking at here. So that's all the places our ad's gonna run, right? Then we choose our locations. So we can do all countries and territories. We can target, advanced search. You can do a location targeting, radius targeting, include countries, exclude countries. You can do within X miles or kilometers of a spot. For time's sake, I'm gonna do all countries and territories. I'm speaking English, so I'm going to put my ad in English. I want to display it to people who also speak the same language. And then I like to expand my inventory. It gives me a little bit more, runway for my ads to run. I do like to exclude live streaming and embedded videos because, if somebody's got an embedded YouTube video, basically, it's going to prevent our ad from showing on YouTube videos embedded on websites outside of youtube.com, right? So that's going to exclude the display network, technically. So I like to exclude that. That's actually a good workaround for making sure our ad does not show on the Google Display Network. Site link extensions, I usually don't use those. Product feed, don't worry about it. And then we're going to set our conversions. Where do we want our conversions? Which conversions are we going for? This is a little more advanced. I'll talk about this a little bit later. But let's select our conversion. Let's say I'm trying to get people to, sign up for TubeSift, right? I want to make a TubeSift sale. Boom, there we go. So now it's going to optimize for TubeSift sales. I'm going to target all devices, or I can choose which ones I don't want to target, which I don't want to target TV screens. They suck. Nobody buys anything off of the TV from YouTube, right? You always skip those ads. My kid is mostly watching those, honestly, on our account. So frequency capping, I like to cap impressions at maybe like 3 views per day or 3 impressions per day. If somebody sees my ad 3 times, they're not clicking, I don't want to show them it, right? Ad schedule, all that good stuff. And then third-party measurements, you can actually add some, add some third-party. You can add vendors and things like that. This is a newer thing, so not a lot of people can get this yet, but you can add vendors and get some third-party measurements as well. But don't worry about that, just skip it. Then we get into our ad group. This is our actual video ad and targeting, right? So I'm just going to call it that so you just remember video ad and targeting. You can name it whatever you want. I usually name it what I'm targeting. So demographics, how are we going to target? What gender, age, parental status, household income, right? That's exactly what we're going to do there. Audience segments, this is like retargeting, custom audiences, all this good stuff. But honestly, one of the easiest ways to target when you're getting started is go to advanced settings, and then we can target placements, right? Now, placements are basically going to allow us to put our ad in front of videos that are highly relevant, that we know that our ideal customer is going to be watching. So I might jump over to YouTube and search for something like how to run YouTube ads, right? Boom. Do a search for that, and here we go. Here's a bunch of videos all about running YouTube ads. Now, we can put our video in front of monetized videos.
Did you know that
what do you know? This actually does have an ad in front of it. So I can take this video URL right here, and I can paste it right here. Now, whenever somebody watches that video, my video ad is going to be shown because I'm promoting my YouTube ads software. I know they're into that. Now, I don't like doing it the manual way, so I'm just going to come over here, and I'm going to type in how to run YouTube ads. This is TubeSift, right? I'm just going to get 50 results, for example. We'll just run through this quick. Boom. It's going to start finding all the monetized videos that allow us to put our ad in front of them that are about running YouTube ads. Because I know that nobody's going to be watching these videos unless they want to run YouTube ads. And then I could pop my ad in front of them being like, hey, yes, this software helps you run YouTube ads, Skeleton Rick, right? That's basically what my ad is saying. So within a couple of, 3 clicks, right? Just like the other ads. Within a couple of clicks, I'm now able to get my 50 videos. We'll just leave it at 41 for right now for time's sake. You get the point. But you can see I've got all these ads here, you know, up to whatever, 41 ads, 42, right? How to use YouTube ads. Boom, we're good. We can actually see what ads are running in front of these videos, right? So we can see what's going on there a little bit too. And yeah, that's basically what's happening there. So from here, we can actually just click Get Links, and this is going to spit out all of the links. So we can copy that, and let's see here. Let's jump on over to Google Ads, and we'll just paste all of those here. Now, anytime anybody watches one of these videos, our ads are going to be seen. Now it says, hey, remove this, you know, it works better without placements. That's not true. They're trying to get you to spend a lot more. This is going to get you hyper-targeted traffic. Now it's time to set our video ad up. We'll click New Video Ad. I'm going to use this Skeleton Rick one that we were using earlier, right? So we'll just copy this video URL and paste it right here. Boom, we're good to go. We're gonna wanna make sure we have a compelling thumbnail. This one actually doesn't because they just made these changes. So I actually need to upload a custom thumbnail right here. So I need to upload a custom thumbnail, and I'm actually having my team make one of those. I kind of forgot, but this one might be it, and I might put like, you know, the ultimate YouTube ad spy tool or whatever it might be, right? Boom, I wanna throw that up there. From here, all we're going to do is put our landing page. So this will be TubeSift.com, right? That's going to show up there. Call to action. They have some cool ones, so I might be like sign up, right? Or learn more, or whatever it might be. But you can put those calls to action. And then my headline might be like YouTube ad targeting. Or like precision targeting for YouTube ads, whatever we want to put in here. And then what we're going to put in our long headline, it's going to actually pull stuff from my website, as you can see. So I might just say, you know, get started today or something like that. But really what I would put is like, you know, the ultimate tool for all YouTube advertisers, right? It's pulling things from like testimonials and things like that in here. But there we go, ultimate tool for all YouTube advertisers. And then I might just say like, you know, it's time to up your game and take video, whatever, something like that. This is pulling it from the website as well. So it's pretty cool how they actually do that. But you know, TubeSift makes finding monetized videos an absolute breeze, something along those lines. And then you can kind of preview this and see what it's going to look like. You just want to make sure it looks good on all of these things and that we are, you know, basically running our ads correctly, right? Now the companion banner. Now, and also TubeSift, we have a banner design studio over here. So when I was talking about a custom thumbnail, I would actually come over here and my team's gonna do it, but I'd go video thumbnail, I'd click OK, and I would make a custom thumbnail over here by throwing, you know, some good photos behind it. Obviously not of a child, but that's the first thing, easiest thing to pop up. Boom, we'd go here, we throw some text over it and say something like, you know, get TubeSift now, or right, we make it pop a little bit more. But as you can see, boom, that's our thumbnail, right? We could save it super easy. There's layers, all that good stuff. So we'll just restart there. Now, that would be the custom thumbnail, but we want to have the companion banner. So a companion banner is going to look like this on a desktop. It's that little thing that we saw in the ads that shows up. So I actually have a pre-done one, but you can see 300 by 60 pixels. So we'll come to the Banner Design Studio. We'll choose the companion banner for an in-stream ad, click OK. Boom, we can do the exact same thing. We can throw stock photos over here. Also, if you don't, you know, if your stock photos, if you don't like our stock photos, you can import your own, whatever. Throw some text over it, and boom, you're good to go, right? So here's actually some of the ones that I've already got uploaded images. So I might say something like, you know, TubeSift or whatever it is. And then we can preview our ad, because that's essentially everything. Preview the ad on YouTube. It's going to take us over here, and we're going to see, yep, there's our little companion banner over here. Make sure all our links look good. Make sure everything looks good. And from there, we are going to click Done. Right? So now it's a responsive video ad, and if you have different ad creatives, you can add more of them as well. So we're good to go, and yeah, let's go. I mean, that's literally the whole process.
So as you can see, the whole process is really pretty simple. And with Video Ad Vault and TubeSift, you can really speed up the process and knock your ad creative and targeting out of the park. Now look, I want to make sure that you have the best Q4 possible by putting these strategies to use. So I went ahead and put together a super deal on Video Ad Vault and TubeSift. And I'm going to toss in a full training showing you how to set up your YouTube ads the right way from start to finish. On that training, I'm going to show you everything from conversion tracking, advanced targeting, retargeting, custom audiences, and literally everything in between. So go ahead and click the button below this video. Check out the exclusive bundle deal that I have set up for you, where you can get Video Ad Vault, the training, and TubeSift. Now, I will say that just like Black Friday, this deal is not going to last forever. We normally sell these things separately. So definitely jump on this deal while you can and start making sales using YouTube ads today. Go ahead and click the link below this video, and I look forward to teaching you more about YouTube ads and seeing what you can come up with using TubeSift and Video Ad Vault.